welcome back to another one of my thrilling episodes. It's great to be back. So as you can see today, different type of surroundings than my usual. I'm in my friend's pub. It's called The Globe and it's located in Lowestoft. So if you're ever in Lowestoft and you want to come to have some live music or just have a nice pint of... What's your favourite pint, Ben?
Neck oil.
Neck oil. Come and have a pint of neck oil. You'll really, really appreciate it. So look that up, The Globe Lowestoft. Anyway, today, as you probably already figured out, I'm going to be talking to you about, again, the JVC CB P5 and getting it mobile. Now, if you saw my last video, you'll remember that I talked about the battery issues and not being able to take it out. Well, somebody on YouTube reached out to me, and his name is Richard Aspen. If I say it too quick, it sounds like Aspen, excuse me, but actually it's Aspen, so I'm going to say it in two parts, Richard Aspen. And he was kind of keen to help me out to try and get this unit portable. I mean, mainly it's the VCR unit, and basically he reached out to me and said, look, I can help you fix that battery. And you know what? He actually made a video to go alongside it. So let's have a little look at that video right now. Right now.
Hello YouTube, my name's Richard and thanks to Adrian for allowing me some space on his channel. Today we're going to be doing a battery upgrade. This is one of the batteries for one of Adrian's video camera tape recorder arrangements, and it is nearly 40 years old and therefore completely dead basically. So we're going to replace the cells inside with these. This is a 12-volt battery pack for a remote control car, I think. But as you can see, we should be able to get that to fit quite neatly in there. But it's a bit of a job because we have to cut the battery open. They're not designed to be open, and because of that we have to be very, very careful. First thing we need to do is to find out, see if there's any residual charge in this battery, and we have to be careful when we're opening it up, because they're not designed to be opened up, that there's no leakage from the cells. So do make sure you're very careful with that. The other thing to be extra careful is when we're cutting down the side of the battery, there is a little ridge there which makes it relatively easy. But you don't want to cut too deep, because if you do cut too deep, you might cut into one of the cells of the battery in there. They are quite tightly packed. So we're going to be very careful. We're going to use a Dremel like this and just cut along here, cut along the ridge, cut it open and take the old cells out and put the new in. And from that we should have a workable battery. So let's get on with it. Okay. And here it is. You can see it's got it's been cut down the side there. Just about prising it open now. Very careful. As you can see, I gashed into some of the cells there, ignoring my own advice, but thankfully they're all, that's just the cardboard outer casing, so it should be fine. So let's open this up properly and have a look, see what it looks like. There you go. It looks like 3 sticks of dynamite. Quite something. Anyway, we'll remove those now, and we'll need to file down the casing here to make it a bit smoother so that it can fit together a bit neater. It's a bit rough around the edges where we've cut. It did take quite a lot of cutting. You can see how thick the actual plastic is that you have to cut through. So yes, let's see what it looks like after that. Okay, so what we have here are the old battery cells. I've now removed them from the case. I've cut the wires. I've left a bit of wire, and the reason for that is sometimes these old terminals don't solder very well, or certainly not as well as they were done in the factory, to the new wires. So it might in many cases be easier to do a solder joint on the wires rather than on the actual terminals, but we'll see. In the meantime, both the cases now just need to be filed down, so I'm going to get this bad boy and get on with it. Okay, so we've now got the battery pack fitted in there. It sort of fits quite neatly in there. There's a little ridge on the right hand side that it fits within. Providing we can get the lid on top of that, I think that will probably work, and then we'll solder everything up. Let's just test. Yeah, that seems to fit okay. It will be stuck together at the end with some tape, so nothing fancy, but I think that will work really well. So let's get it to the soldering iron and see if we can finish this off. Okay, so I think it's time to solder this up now. I've given these cases a bit of a wash down just to get rid of all the debris from where we cut it before. And I've noticed that the battery actually, if you put it in like this, you can feed the wire around and it will go pretty much just about reach the wire here, but I've had to cut up the actual connector on the end of it because otherwise if I cut the wires short they wouldn't quite reach. It would be very frustrating. So what I've got here are actual crimp terminals which will enable the connection with the wire here a lot easier. So I think it should be pretty straightforward to just connect these together and get some heat shrink over the top of it. So we'll do that now. Okay, so that's done. We just need to make sure that those joints aren't exposed too much by putting across some heat shrink. One of the reasons I didn't solder straight to the connector on the battery is that the two terminals were very close together. I was slightly worried in case the solder came apart in any way that they could end up contacting and then you've got problems. So that's why I've done them separately as wires like this. So we need to put the heat shrink over them and make sure that they are completely insulated, and then I think we're pretty much done. Okay, so I've put a couple of these glue dots here just to sort of help it stick it down. Let's do that now. Just to help keep it in place. Just want to feed these wires around correctly and then we're done. Okay. And just before we seal it all up, just obviously need to test to make sure that the current is we have a voltage, and 12.72, that's exactly what you want from a fully charged battery. I think we're good to go. And here it is, the final result. I've just put a bit of tape around here just to seal it up, but that's all you need really. It's a lot lighter than the old battery was, and I've tested that it's got a 12-volt output, so that's a job well done. Adrian, this is coming back to you.
Okay, so this is Lowestoft High Street. Actually getting out, this is my friend's pub, so I'll just show you it. So this is the Globe. It's got a big building. Zooming in out there, Globe in. And I'm just kind of showing you this outside because now I'm portable. I can actually shoot with it in a portable way. It's down the other end of the high street. So what do you think of the quality? It's pretty cool to get it outside. Let's head back into the pub. Oh, and then. So if you're looking at this now, this is the year 2022. There's me, and this fucking old camera.
open as well.
Yeah, taking him, gonna take a glass, sort of.
Okay, so what do I think about this unit being portable now? Well, obviously it's a heavy thing to carry around. Obviously you've got the batteries, you've got the VCR unit which you carry on your shoulder, you've got the camera, you have to bring a tripod, and that's obviously why technology, you know, thank you very much, improved. But having a unit like this is also pretty cool really. I was doing my hands. Having a piece of old technology functioning like this is pretty cool. I'm kind of in two minds now about whether or not to actually keep this unit or to kind of give it away or to sell it. So I'm going to work things out. I'm going to have a little think about it. What do you think? Do you think I should keep this camera? Battery's now working on it. What do you think? I'm in two minds. I'm thinking I might get rid of the unit. I don't know. But anyway, let me know what you thought of the footage today. Let me know what you think about this unit being made portable, and thank you ever so much again, Mr. Richard Aspen. Richard, let's say Richard. Thank you ever so much, Richard, for your help in preparing one of the batteries, and let me know what you think of the video. And this is me, and I'm signing off. See you later.